Hello everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. We are on my brand new island bloom, which is my spring core Japanese inspired garden type island. And today we are going to be building a fake building on our island, so we're going to be doing a faux building. Now I know I just said this is going to be a Japanese inspired garden type island, but I did want to have a go at least trying to build one or two buildings, so we're going to be building one today. Now I'm going to put it right next to resident services, and this will probably be the only building that we have on the island, you know, as a fake building. I don't know if I'm going to build any more, but I really wanted to have a go, and I think it will look perfect right next to resident services. I've never done a Japanese inspired building before, so this is my first time doing it, and I hope it comes out okay. But yeah, I really wanted to try it, like I said, so what better way than to put it next to resident services? So the idea for this building was that it wasn't going to be anything in particular. I just wanted to make a nice, pretty looking Japanese inspired building to go next to my resident services, of course. So yeah, this isn't anything specific. It's not like a restaurant or a shop or anything. I just basically wanted to build a really beautiful building on this island. I feel like I have a really strange love-hate relationship with making faux buildings on my Animal Crossing islands. Sometimes I really love how they come out and, you know, I have inspiration and ideas of how I want it to look. And then other times I really struggle. I feel like I struggle to fit it in with the island, or struggle to connect it or end it or whatever I'm trying to do. Or sometimes I struggle trying to figure out what I want to put behind the fake building, or, you know, how I'm going to end the fake building, make it actually look like a building. And because of those few reasons that I've just mentioned, I try to avoid doing lots and lots of buildings on an island because I do struggle. I really do struggle with these fake buildings. But I really do hope that this building today, which is quite an easy and simple design, really helps inspire someone or help someone create their own fake building on their island. If you're maybe thinking about doing it or you're not too sure, then yeah, try this one out. It's actually quite a large building, but I really like the shape of it and I'm quite happy with how it came out. Now currently it doesn't have any side pieces on it at the bottom here, as you can see, but we will be fixing that in just a little bit. But first of all, I want to make this area in front of the building as well. So this area is basically going to be a little park, and I'm going to do a little food stall in here that maybe sells some noodles or something like that. I also want to do an area where you can sit and basically make this a lovely little park area opposite the building. But first of all, I just want to do some terraforming and change the shape of this river and get it to flow where I want it to. I will be making a river, hopefully, that goes through the whole island. Well, that's the plan anyway. Like I said in my previous video, I want to do a lot of water terraforming on this island just because I feel like it will give that beautiful natural feel that I'm going for the rest of this island. I know this bit isn't so natural because it feels like it's a little bit more built up, but it's okay because it's by resident services and I promise it will look okay. I'll blend everything in and it will look nice, I hope. So for the actual park, we're just going to be putting some different type of stone tiles down. We've got two different types of style there, and I think they look really nice together actually. I like how they don't, you know, blend into each other, and it kind of gives little distinct areas, and I kind of like that. Now for the food store, we're just using some storefronts and some stalls. It's a very easy little build, but I'll also be putting some stalls at the front so you can sit on there and enjoy your food that you've just bought. Now I was thinking of putting some simple panels behind the stalls there in front of the storefronts. I just didn't have the space and I wanted to be able to add some stalls, so yeah, I've just left it without the simple panels and I think it looks okay. The original river terraforming was way too close to the actual custom codes I've placed down, so I've just changed it a little bit. We got like a single file going on now, and I'm going to add some flowers and some bushes and just make it look really pretty, I guess. And speaking of custom codes, all the codes I've used in today's build will be listed in the description down below. So if you see any you'd like to use on your islands, you'll find the MAs down there, along with some of the creators' socials I could find as well. So go give them some love on their amazing designs because look at them, they're stunning. Now I don't know if I said this in my previous video, but an item I'm starting to become obsessed with is this pine tree. Like, oh my goodness, I love it. It's just so nice to have another tree, and I'm going to be using this everywhere on this island. I'm obsessed with it. Look at it. It's so stunning. It's the best item, and I can't believe I've never used it before because you just wait and see. I'll be using it everywhere possible. Now I'm just noticing I really like how those weeds look next to the wall. Now those ones in particular won't be staying, but I think I'm going to use some weeds to decorate around this island. They do look really pretty, especially the spring weeds. I think they just look really nice when they're growing, you know, they're grown up a little bit and they look very nice. So I'm going to be using some of those around the island. Now I'm just at the top at the back of the building. I just want to place some storefronts back here. Like I said, I want to block off the blue sky peering through the gazebos. because otherwise it just ruins the illusion a little bit. So now we've done this, you can't see the blue sky as much, so that's perfect. Now I want to do a little bit of decoration on these stalls down here, and like I said, this isn't any store or building in particular, so we're just going to pop down some pots on there. We got bonsai tree, and I think it looks really pretty. I'm really liking how this building's come out. Now to fill this gap here, I didn't know what to put, so you know what I was going to use? A pine tree. I just had to. The pine tree is amazing. I love that item. It's superior. It's beautiful. Now, as we're finishing off this building here, before we move on to the resident services area, I'm just going to explain to you that the area on the right side of this fake building that we've done will be just terraformed around. So I'm basically going to do some water terraforming and just make it look really pretty, but make it that you can't go down there, so you can't see the side of the back of the building. So I don't have to worry about too much what it looks like, just what it looks like from the front. But I'll show you what I mean in my next video. Now, for some reason, I don't have some of the footage of the terraforming that you can see at the moment, but it's okay. I'll just explain what happened. So we are behind resident services at the moment, and I'm making little islands on top of some water terraforming that I've done. Behind here, I'm going to be doing some waterfalls, but I won't be doing that in this video because it's something else for another build. Otherwise I'll just be carrying on building and end up with the whole island finished before we know it. But yeah, we are just behind resident services. You just saw the roof of the building there, and we're building here now. For some reason Marlo was in the way quite a lot when I was building this. I don't know if I caught him much in the footage that I've kept for this video, but he was so annoying. He was just in the way all the time. I'm like, I need to put stuff down, please move. Why do they do this? Now you see that grey pathing that I have there? It actually goes around the whole of resident services. I thought it was just a nice way to give it more of a built up area section, because I didn't really know how I was going to blend in resident services with a very natural garden type island. I thought, you know what, we're just going to have to go with a more built up area and see what we could do with that, and that's basically what this area is. Like I said, I probably won't be planning on doing any more big fake buildings. Maybe one towards the back. I don't know. I don't know what I'm planning to do yet. I don't plan my islands fully, and some of you already know this by now. I kind of just go with the flow and see what comes out of my brain and hope that it looks okay. And if not, I'll change it. Oh, and by the way, didn't that outdoor pond look so beautiful on that stone path? I think it's called outdoor pond. I don't know, it's called outdoor bath or outdoor pond. It's one of those, but it's a DIY. It looks so beautiful on top of that code. And in the corners, oh my gosh, it's perfect. I'm going to be using more of those items as well, I feel. You know what, since I've started doing this Japanese inspired island, I've used so many different items. It's been such a breath of fresh air, actually. I'm really enjoying it. So I think some of my advice that I'm going to give to everyone right now is, if you're feeling like you want to play the game, but you don't know what you want to play and you feel like it's too much the same, completely change your island theme. Like, completely change it. Use items you've never used before. Oh, and by the way, a little bit of a panic here. I've just realized that the right side of resident services is wider than the left side, so I had to change that. I had did it wrong. It was one square wider on the right side, so I made the left side wider because it wasn't wide enough, but it's okay. I fixed it, and I got to edit that bit out so you didn't have to watch me change it, because it took a little bit of a while. Yeah, it took a few minutes. Now over here we are just figuring out what to put behind resident services. I didn't really like how those lights looked in the end, so I just went with the bamboo fence. Now I haven't used this bamboo fence since my last island, which was Barnacle, and yeah, actually it's really interesting how this fence has a different vibe to it on different islands, and I love it. I love that fence for that. Also, it doesn't look strange using that bamboo fence with the Zen fencing. I actually really like how the colours go together, so yeah, definitely a win-win on the fencing for me. Now I'm fencing in resident services just because I wanted to, apparently, and I felt like it. I actually think it looks alright, to be honest, but it does need some little extra bits along here, so we're going to add some tall lanterns. I think these look so lovely. They look perfect either side. As you can see, there you go, we've got both either side. And actually that's it, we finished the build today, so let's have a look around at what we've done. And there we have it. We have finished today's build. This was so fun. I really enjoyed this. I'm so happy I built a fake building on my island because, yeah, I'm actually happy with how it came out. Now, if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Come join the Jellybean family. Have the loveliest of days, and I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye.